Lesson 19 is about multiplying polynomials. What we have done in the past is what's called the FOIL method. Remember what that is that is done when you have two polynomials multiplied together and they both have two terms in them. Alright, so how we do that is we take the f stands for multiplying the firsts together. So that gives us an x squared. And then the outers, so we've got a negative 4x, the inners, and the less. From there, we just combine like terms and write down our final answer. And there it is. Alright, going to the next one, we're doing the exact same thing. 12x squared plus 15x minus 16x minus 20. 12x squared minus x minus 20 is your answer. Alright, moving on to the next one. Well, now we have a two-term polynomial or a binomial multiplied by a trinomial. Alright, well really what's happening, if you come back here and look, is our first term is being distributed by everything else in the other one. So this x was multiplied by both of these, and then this 6 was multiplied by both of those. So then, if we do that concept, we're going to take this p, multiply by that one, and that one, and that one. When we do, we get negative 2p cubed plus p squared minus 2p. And then we do the same thing for the 2. We're going to multiply it by all 3 of them. So we've got negative 4p squared plus 2p minus 4. And then from there we just combine like terms. So negative 2p cubed minus 3p squared. The p's cancel each other out, and that's fine. And we're left with minus 4. Alright? Even when we have 3 of them, we do the same thing here. Alright? It says to do it 2 different ways. I'm just going to do it the one way. I'm going to take and multiply these first 2 together, and then take this answer times the third one. Alright, so FOIL it out. We've got a squared minus 3a plus 4a minus 12, combine like terms, we end up with a squared plus a minus 12, and then we need to take that times a plus 6. So I'm going to take the a squared and multiply it by both of them, so a cubed plus 6a squared, and then the a times both of these, so plus a squared plus 6a, and then the negative 12 times both of these also, so negative 12a minus 72. So then we just combine like terms, a cubed plus 7a squared minus 6a minus 72. Alright, next set. Now what we have here is we have some shortcuts. We have some special product patterns. Alright, so there are some, with each one of these, there's something special about each one of them to kind of shorten things up. But if you don't want to remember these, you don't have to. Alright, you can still FOIL them out. So if we're multiplying these two together, a squared minus ab plus ab minus b squared. These cancel out, which is part of the special product, and that means we've got a squared minus b squared. And that's what happens when you have one that's a plus, one's that a minus, both of the terms are the same, so these a's are the same, those b's are the same. We square the first term, which is a squared here. We square the last term, which is the b squared. Then you throw minus in between them. Either way, you get the exact same answer. Now, for sum of a, or square of a sum and square of a difference, okay, to be honest, most of the time what I do is I write it out like this, so then I can FOIL it together. Alright, so Multiplying first is a squared. The outers is AB and the inners is AB. So how many ABs do we have? We have 2 AB. And then our last is B squared. The shortcut for this, when it's exactly the same like this, take your first term and square it. Take your last term and square it. To get the middle term, we multiply these two together and then multiply it by 2. So that's where the 2AB came from. Alright, square of a difference, if we were to use our shortcut here that we just did here, the only difference between these is we have one is a plus, one's a minus. So our first term is going to be an A squared. Our last term is going to be a B squared. To get the middle term, we multiply these two together, so negative AB times 2 is a negative 2AB. And there it is, there's our shortcut. So to do these on some different problems, this first one we have the square of a difference. So if you want to rewrite this out there like that, that is totally fine. Okay, FOIL 9y squared. The outers, negative 12y. The inners, negative 12y, so negative 24y. And the last, negative 4 times negative 4 is plus 16. We come over here. These are exactly the same, but one's a plus, one's a minus. That means all I have to do is square the first term, 36x squared, square the last term, which is 16y squared, and throw a minus sign in between, and then we're done. Remember with those, the middle terms cancel out, so that's all we're doing with the first term and the last term. With our last one, once again, if you need to rewrite it, do it. It's more important to get it right than to do the shortcut. Okay, 25q squared plus 15qr plus 15qr is 30qr, and then plus 9r squared. Alright, this last one, you can do it a couple different ways. The first thing that I see is this is a fraction here. Alright, and with any fraction, you can always try and simplify it first before you do anything. Well, there's 2 x's here, and that cancels with 2 of the x's on the bottom. So this whole thing becomes 4 over 3x times x cubed plus 9. Well, from there, remember this is like over 1. Well, we can just multiply our tops together, 4x cubed plus 36 all over 3x. Now, also remember this top is an expression. We might be interested in trying to cancel an x here with this x down here. You can't do it because this is an expression. That means put parentheses around it. See if you can take something out. Well, for this one, we can. We can take a 4 out. So we'd have x cubed plus 9 left over, all over 3x. Well, this 4 and this 3x, there's nothing that cancels between them. So it could either be this answer, or you could have left it like this. Both of them are correct. Next page. A triangular garden has a base given by the expression x plus 3 feet and a height given by the expression 2x plus 8. Write a polynomial expression for the area of the triangular garden. We're trying to find area. That's a big part here. Well, area for a triangle, the equation for it is a equals 1/2 base times height. We're told the base is x plus 3. We're told the height is 2x plus 8. Now we just have to multiply these out. Before running the 1/2 through, I'm going to multiply these two together. Alright, so we've got 2x squared plus 8x plus 6x, so plus 14x plus 24. That whole thing is multiplied by 1/2. So when we run that through, we get x squared plus 7x plus 12. Alright, that's the expression. We still need an area on this. because this is feet and this is feet, then our label is feet squared. All right. Any questions? Please let me know.